And we are back for another episode of NBA 2K14. And you know the last episode right here as the Dallas Mavericks defeat the San Antonio Spurs by 3 in a close game. 119 to 160, 34 points by Dirk Nowitzki, 27 points by Monte Ellis, 16 points for Vince Carter, 13 points for Sean Marion, and Devin Harris got 12 and 7. On the other hand, San Antonio Spurs, Manu Ginobili got 41 points, Tony Parker got 19, Kawhi Leonard got 13. So San Antonio Spurs tried a furious comeback in the fourth quarter but fell short to the rival Dallas Mavericks. And coming up next here in the Oracle Arena in Oakland with the in-game music is on. So check out the playoff picture. The Warriors trying to get in back to number 7 seed. Trying to get in the 6th seed with the LA Clippers along with San Antonio and LA trying to further to do it. So, how many games the Warriors remaining games left? We're going to check out the Warriors games schedule remaining. They're down to the last 5 games. They have a back-to-back game against Denver, LA, Portland, Minnesota, and the last game it was against with the Denver Nuggets. So that will be wrapped up here tonight. So we're on to Oracle Arena in Oakland, California. We got the 2 matchups in the West. We'll meet again for the 3rd time as JaVale McGee and Ty Lawson of the Denver Nuggets take on Stephen Curry and Klay Thompson of the Golden State Warriors. For this game, the Nuggets gonna use the light blue and the Warriors gonna use the white. So that should be good. So that'll do it for now. This is Andre Kenshin. We'll be right back after this. Enjoy the video here at the Oracle Arena in Oakland. And now we're going to sending Kevin Arlen out here in Oracle Arena. So anyways, so let's get started. Enjoy. Here we go. Let's go. Here we go and start the game. Enjoy.
Thanks for tuning into this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Damon Bruce. It's Thursday night basketball. It'll be the Denver Nuggets facing off against the Golden State Warriors. That's all for now. Time to hand it over to Kevin Harlan and the rest of the 2K Sports crew. I'll be back with more at halftime.
It's game time in Oakland as the crowds at Oracle Arena look to cheer on the hometown Warriors. And now a quick check of our starting lineups for both teams. Someone will be keeping an eye on JaVale McGee.
The thing with McGee, Kevin, is he's got jaw-dropping athleticism. And to go with that huge frame and the wingspan, it's amazing. He does things 7-footers rarely pull off around the basket.
Yeah, you better believe that JaVale is out there looking to get you on one of his posters anytime he's heading toward the hoop. And someone gets in his way, his eyes almost light up at the chance to dunk over the head of someone. For the Denver Nuggets, they come in off that loss to the Houston Rockets. And boy, they really got humiliated at home. They got flat out dominated in that game, guys.
Yeah, you want to talk about a team that just couldn't get into a rhythm offensively. That was a really ugly game for them.
Yeah, you know what? I wonder about the game plan, but really, it was more about a lack of execution than anything else.
Now, here's Thompson. Well, get the pass to Thompson. Some nice passing by Golden State. Gets it to go. Curry's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
Boy, it was an impressive turnaround for Mark Jackson and the Warriors last season. I mean, his promise of making the playoffs didn't come together in his first season at the Controls, but in year 2, they got it done. And I tell you what, most thought Mark would be a really outstanding coach, and he's well on his way to making that a reality.
How about that? They respond to a three-pointer with a quick 3 of their own.
Yeah, terrific. Big back-and-forth sequence right there. You know what? Guys, he can really light it up from the perimeter at times.
Howard sent it down to Doris Burke, who was able to talk with Mark Jackson.
He said that they'd be focusing a lot of their defensive energies on containing Ty Lawson, especially in transition. He added, Lawson is one of the fastest players in the league. So if you let him get out and run, you're putting yourself at a huge disadvantage. We've got to keep him in the half court and limit his penetration. Guys?
All right, Doris. And for Mark Jackson, there have been some questions. He had never spent time as a coach, even as an assistant. You know, I guess the question was, he wouldn't be able to take over the reins as a head coach.
Well, the biggest thing you want to do as an NBA coach is have your players buy into what you're selling. And Mark Jackson's been able to do that. His players believe in him. He motivates them. They like playing for him. And that's most of the battle right there.
Lawson gets the screen from Fareed. McGee a screen. Here's Chandler. Another three for Denver.
Boy, that was a rugged screen set there, fellas, and the defense didn't even try to go through that.
Thompson outside. Fires for three. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Thompson's got his first 3 points of the game.
Well, this Warriors ownership group has really energized the franchise. They've been very proactive. They purchased a D-League team from Dakota with plans to move them to Santa Cruz, about an hour south of Oakland. And in order to accommodate the team's home games, they built a new 3,000-seat arena in a matter of months.
Here's Lawson. Andrew Bogut making his last shot. And there's the call on Klay Thompson. That's his first foul.
I like the call. I thought the defense was moving there.
Yeah, I think he slid underneath. Good blocking call that trip.
Catching up on the changes for Golden State. Harrison Barnes comes in for Klay Thompson. And Tony Douglas is subbed in for Steph Curry. And the Santa Cruz Warriors, as they've been renamed, have been a hit. You know, Clark leading the D-League in revenue, making the D-League finals last season.
And you know, with all of the D-League games now broadcast on YouTube, the exposure for players in the D-League is better than ever. And for the Warriors to have their D-League affiliate so close by gives them a much better opportunity to develop their young talent.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Nuggets will retain possession. Now, as we come down the stretch this season, these are the big men having the most success from the floor since the All-Star break. Number 5 is Kenneth Fareed.
And you look at that list, most of the guys there have that unique combination of power and finesse. A very physical presence with an equally soft touch.
And that kind of combo blend is what can turn a good offensive big man into a great one, fellas.
Pushing up on the changes for Denver. J.J. Hickson, he's checked in for JaVale McGee. Randolph comes in for Kenneth Fareed. And Quincy Miller subbed in for Wilson Chandler. Here's Douglas after Quincy Miller's bucket. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. It's stolen by Foy. And now running up the court, Miller pushing it up. And they take the lead. Robinson's got his first bucket in this one.
I don't know how they're going to keep this pace up. Both teams on fire here early.
And playing the game on rollerblades, too.
Tries from 10. And there are the Warriors now with another bucket. Here is Robinson. Averaging 12 points a game.
Festus Ezeli taken with the final pick of the first round in 2012. He's a raw, athletic, 6'11" big man out of Nigeria by way of Vanderbilt University. Boy, I tell you what, I love his size. It's now all about improving his skill level, and with his work ethic, I think it's just a matter of time before that happens.
Jay Crowder's checked in for Maurice Spates. Warriors have gotten off to a tremendous start. 7 of 7 here in the first quarter. Here's Medovich. That drops.
I'll tell you what, the post play has been rock solid right off the bat.
Well, that's the key to basketball. Get the ball inside into the paint, either with a pass or with penetration.
And Steve Ezeli, a good offensive rebounder, a capable defender, but offensively not much help.
Well, he can get better, no question. He just needs to be able to catch and finish off those pick and roll plays. He's never going to be a great shooter, but defensively and on the glass, that's where he really makes an impact.
Robinson, that's good.
Very well done. He is a confident, dynamic scorer.
And it's out of bounds. The Warriors able to retain possession here. Mozgov, he's checked in for J.J. Hickson. We've got 33 seconds left in the first quarter. Green dishes to Crowder. And Nedovic kicks to Crowder. He feeds it to Green. Douglas. It's good from long range. Douglas has got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Outside, Robinson. Miller outside. He dishes it to Miller. Tries a three. That's good. It's Miller with the assist.
Great interplay there between those two teammates.
Here's Ezeli. Using his post move to get the 2 points. Ezeli's got his second best. Both teams have it going here early and still close through the first quarter. The Warriors on top. They're up by 2. Let's take a quick break now, and then it's on to the second quarter after this.
Tune in next Wednesday, April 16th. Stephen Curry and the Golden State Warriors take on the Denver Nuggets. Hoops action.
Welcome back, everyone. We're ready to get going again as this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports continues. Players are topped off with Gatorade, hydrated, and ready to get going again as well. In a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Warriors.
And right from the start, guys, it's apparent they're determined to establish a presence in the paint. They also haven't been afraid to take it strong to the hoop early on tonight. I like that.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. So for the Golden State Warriors right now, Curry and Thompson, the splash brothers in the backcourt. Azealia is out there with Jay Crowder, and it's Green in at the small forward. Outside Robinson. Good as the jump shot falls. Robinson's got his third basket of the night.
Well, Robinson is a constant threat to heat up in a hurry, Kevin. He's one of those guys who has unlimited confidence even when it's not quite warranted. He just gets out there and he thinks he's going to make every shot, and he races around the floor and creates havoc. Great guy to have coming off your bench.
He's ideal to have coming off your bench. Instant energy. He'll do anything he needs to do to win, to help you win. Make competitive, and he's a terrific athlete. He's not contributing with points, he'll be contributing with cheering. You got to love that about him. That enthusiasm is contagious. Draymond Green with really a terrific legacy of success prior to the NBA. He's led Saginaw High to 2. State championships. And Michigan State was able to be part of 2 teams that got to the Final Four and 1 that made it to the Sweet 16. That's impressive.
Well, sometimes when you're at a height disadvantage, that's the way to attack. Go right at your defender.
Curry gets to Green. Back to Curry. Golden State moving the ball around. That's good. Crowder's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. And going back to Draymond Green, Clark, very successful in college with Tom Izzo up at Michigan State, as you mentioned. But Steve, maybe a bit of a surprise into the second round back in 2012.
I think a lot of teams, Kevin, felt that he was a tweener. They weren't sure if he was a 3 or a 4, and he really is. But the good news is that he can guard both positions, and he's improved his jump shot. More than anything, he's just a winner. He knows how to play, and he's a good addition to any team.
Quality kid. JaVale McGee's check in for Denver. Kenneth Faried comes in for Anthony Randolph. That's good. And that's now 7 points for Ty Lawson.
Now that is a quick bucket. Pretty good in transition.
That's right. That's exactly right. He loves when he gets the chance to get out and run. That's when he's at his best.
And that bucket adds to what's been a big differential in points in the paint between these two teams.
Defensively, the intensity just hasn't been there. They've got to pick up the pace. Stupendous. I love that word. Save that one. The word and... the jam. I want to see it again.
Just beautiful.
You can't top that. I love the alley-oop play. So much fun to watch.
Pass to Iguodala. Lets it go from deep. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Curry's got his fourth assist with that last one here tonight.
That's a weapon they've been allowed to use at will today, Steve.
I'll say the defense has been ineffective trying to run shooters off that three-point line. And let's take a look at now some of the numbers for Stephen Curry.
An incredible last month for him. You see where he stands.
11th in assists, 16th in blocks. And in terms of rebounding, he's in the top 20 in the league. So a guy who can really take care of the boards for you.
And how about this terrific passing display he's put on, Steve? I mean, as this place on the assist chart shows, if you get to the right spots, he'll find you. That's what he takes pride in.
And while we can, let's find out a little bit about the shooting guards around the league and which of them have had the most assists over the last 10 games. You take a look at Thompson, one of the best passers in the NBA, always looking to get his teammates involved.
That list of players just goes to show that great passing doesn't just come from the front. The way these guys distribute the ball from the two spot is really a thing of beauty.
And Steve, if you want to take your place among the great shooting guards in the NBA, you have to be able to do more than score. You got to pass it as well. And a lot of these guys can't.
And Steph Curry with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
I like the call. I thought the defense was moving there.
Yeah, I think he slid underneath. Good blocking call that trip.
Lawson, again, the Nuggets score.
Excellent communication on the inbound play there, guys. He got in a good position, and the pass was as it needed to be, on time and on target. Wilson Chandler was one of those guys who decided during the condensed season to play inside. Took him a while to get back to the NBA, and when he did, a hip injury kept him on the sidelines. But last season, he seemed to regain his earlier form.
Lawson kicks to McGee. Outside for Lawson. Lawson right side. That's good from Chandler on the assist by Lawson. And that's 10 points for Wilson Chandler. And Wilson Chandler, 26 years of age, athletic, physical. The Nuggets gave him a nice 5-year contract on this basis of his potential.
Well, he's one of the players they got in the Carmelo Anthony trade. He's tough, low-maintenance guy, competes at both ends of the floor, and can really shoot the three ball well, too. I think he complements what Denver has tried to do here in recent years, playing that up-tempo style and yet maintain that floor spacing in the half court.
And there's another one for the Nuggets.
They've slowed down casting those triples here in the second.
I'd actually like to see them go back outside, Clark, because they had a good flow, a good pace here early on.
He shot the ball exceptionally well as they built this lead for themselves here.
Lawson the pass to Chandler. That is in there. Lawson with the assist. Lawson's got 3 assists tonight.
Now, he made 2 3-pointers in the first quarter, so he continues to shoot the ball well.
29 seconds left in the first half. Curry with a 14-point game for him in the win against Utah.
And what stood out to me in particular was his gorgeous playmaking out there. He was finding his teammates in great positions to score.
Textbook example there of how to use defense to create offense.
Yeah, beautiful transition play after this. Steal all the way to the basket.
Wasted no time going from defense to offense.
And it feels like they're starting to pick up the intensity of the game itself. Starts to get a little more tight and close.
The number of points they've scored in the paint already today is pretty eye-opening, Steve.
No, it's off the charts. It really is. And defensively, I mean, they have to. Start shutting down some of those lanes to the hoop.
Really hard to decide, guys, which was better, the pass, the fence, or the slam.
Clark, there's no wrong answer to that one, my friend. Sensational alley-oop all the way
Agreed. All of the above.
And so we wrap up the first half. Warriors lead by 8. And we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
And now, brought to you by Sprint. Hi, everyone. Damon Bruce here on 2K Sports, the late season edition. Welcome. The Golden State Warriors are ahead against Denver. Their offense has been prolific, moving the ball, getting tons of shots, different looks, options everywhere, around the rim, downtown, mid-range. How do you want it? Stephen Curry with an amazing start. The bucket looks about 5 feet wide for him. He hasn't missed one shot. Can you believe it? And the Nuggets are still keeping at it. Their passing has been the key. Great playmaking all around. A superstar first half from Wilson Chandler. Seems like everything's falling for him. Not sure if he even knows how to miss. And let's go around the NBA, checking on our other game. Out in Dallas, the Mavericks are ahead against San Antonio. 9 points is the difference in the third quarter. And that'll be all for this episode. It's in the books, and I'm all done reading. Thanks so much for watching, and enjoy the second half.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
And as we return, a lovely view of downtown San Francisco, panning over the Embarcadero and the Bay Bridge.
How about Steph Curry in this one? He's got 17 points and a huge helping of assists as well.
Now, he's a maestro, Clark. I mean, the conductor of this offense, putting on a fantastic performance.
Taking a look at the Nuggets. Down low, it's Fareed and JaVale McGee. Lawson and Fournier man the back, and it's Chandler on the three slot.
And he's the type of player who, when he gets it going, is almost impossible to cool down. Coaches will call a timeout sometimes just to take away some of the momentum that he provides for that play.
And I don't think we can talk about him without also mentioning his tendency to just erupt and spring the game. Together a bunch of baskets in a row in a real short period of time.
Warriors leading by 10.
The Warriors chose to wait until the final year of Curry's rookie deal to extend his contract, but it turned out to be a bargain. And coming off an injury, there were a lot of concerns about Curry, but he turned into a superstar, particularly in the playoffs, and now the Warriors have him locked up for 4 years.
Lawson kicks to Fournier. Back to Lawson. Plenty of space. And he gets the jumper to drop. Lawson's got 13.
That is some real serious dime dropping there. Exquisite assist.
Lawson against Curry. Back to Bogut. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3. And the Curry contract card. I mean, eye-opening. 4 years, $44 million.
Yeah, to us it may be a little odd in terms of hearing those numbers combined with the word bargain. But you better believe the way he's playing and helping to lead this team, it's a good investment for Golden State.
Catching up on the changes for Golden State. Harrison Barnes is checked in for Lee. And Tony Douglas is subbed in for Steph Curry.
Kevin, here's where the Warriors rank in the NBA over the last month. Tops in scoring, first in assists, and they're a top 10 team in three-point shooting.
And the points that they're scoring per game that you talked about is really a result of great offensive execution. And this is a club that works well together. They get great looks, and they'll also score in transition.
David Lee's checked in for Golden State. And Lawson, here we go. There's the bucket, good. Lawson's got 4 points this quarter.
You know, if you were only looking at the way he's played offensively, you'd think his team would be ahead.
And that one's good, Barnes.
And still perfect here in the second half. 4 for 4 from the field.
Lawson against Douglas. Oh, and it looks like that's going to be a goaltending call. Yep, that's it. So they'll get the basket.
He thought he had that one clean, but the ref saw it differently. They'll count the basket.
And that call gets an instant reaction from the fans.
Well, that's a whistle that did not go over very well.
Catching up on the changes for Denver. Mozgov, he's checked in for JaVale McGee. Dixon comes in for Kenneth Faried. And it's Foy in for Wilson Chandler. Wilson Chandler's checked in for Fournier. And that is good. 14 points for Andre Iguodala.
And they've set up countless buckets off assists. That's a huge part of what they've been doing here today.
A lot of dime dropping going on out there, Steve.
Dishes it to Chandler. He kicks to Foy. Pulls it up. Again, the Nuggets score.
Nice pass. That one was right on target.
And so it's Golden State with it. Their last meeting was in this building where they were able to come out on top.
Yeah, that was a strange game. Very shaky defensive performance by their opponent, but hey, they took advantage of it.
Yeah, I'd go along with that. I mean, the game wasn't handed to them, but they definitely didn't have to work as hard as they should have. It's amazing what they're doing on offense here. Perfect in this half.
Robinson goes in. Count it. The defender is called for the block, and this could turn into a three-point play.
Well, as for them being behind in this game, you certainly can't put any of it on his shoulders. He's been tremendous offensively.
Ozili's checked in for Tony Douglas.
Well, you know what? When you look at Nate Robinson, guys, you can make the case or even argue that the last few seasons he's been a bargain basement deal. I mean, he's been very productive, and he's been playing on single-season, veteran minimum contracts. I mean, he's provided a lot of value for what he's been paid. But after a big performance for the Bulls in the playoffs, the league caught on, and this year he was finally rewarded with a multi-year deal.
Curry kicks to Barnes. On the wing, it's Iguodala. And another three from Golden State.
I tell you what, when you get this kind of effort and efficiency from him, they're a really hard team to beat.
And you know, Nate Robinson could always score and shoot from outside, but he's definitely improved as a playmaker.
That's a great point, Kevin. When he first came into the league, he was basically a shooting guard in a 5'9" frame, but he's improved his passing, he's improved his understanding of how to run a team. Still not really a point guard, but I think he can play the positions that we've stressed.
And we'd be remiss if we didn't mention the three-time NBA All-Star Saturday Night Dunk Championship.
Yep.
Big group substitution here for Denver. The feed to Fournier. That is in there. Lawson with the assist. Fournier's got his first basket of the night.
Very clever passing. That was just beautifully done.
And Lawson, here we go. And it's sent back by Bogut. Here's Thompson. The finger roll finishes the bucket. Thompson's got his third bucket of the night.
Oh, he's explosive, Kevin. I mean, a lot of time, all it takes is a basket or two to really get his motor running. And suddenly he becomes almost impossible to handle.
Something else I think of with him is that three-point shot from the corner. I mean, that's his shot. And we've certainly seen him drain a bunch of them.
There's 48 seconds left here in the third quarter. Lawson kicks to Fournier. McGee covered by Bogut. The shot's good from McGee. McGee's got 4 this quarter.
They're not as aggressive from the outside here. Maybe they should think about stretching the defense a little bit. Pushing the defense makes it easier to score inside, too. Defender a little hesitant to offer resistance as he bursts to the hoop.
The Warriors have been successful on 3 of their 4 free throw attempts up to this point.
Yeah, this is a very good free throw shooting team, guys. When you look at the numbers, impressive.
And guys, you know what? That's made things hard for them in a lot of their games. I mean, that inability to convert their chances at the free throw line.
J.J. Hickson, he's checked in for the Nuggets.
Even with the D lurking, he made it look easy with the soft finger roll.
Hickson against Bogut. Pass to Douglas. Kicks the lead. Now the dish to Douglas. In low to Bogut. Lays out. It's stolen by Hickson. Here's Miller. Shot no good. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. The Warriors on top, up by 16. And we're coming right back after this break to get the fourth quarter underway.
Tune in this Saturday night, April 12th. LeBron James and the Miami Heat go up against the Atlanta Hawks, 2 Southeast Division rivals. You don't want to miss it.
Welcome back. Fourth quarter action starting up in what has been a one-sided show. And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Warriors?
Boy, guys, I really like how they've driven the ball to the basket in this game. I mean, they've been very aggressive with it.
And their passing also continues to be outstanding, Clark. In the second half, we're really seeing a good, efficient offense as a result of that ball movement.
On the wing, Johnson moving out. Harrison Barnes is out there with David Lee, and it's Curry in at the point guard. That's the Warriors' 5.
Whatever their plan was defensively that time, it didn't work. Not if it results in that shot.
Lee puts up the baby hook, and a great assist by Curry as that one goes in.
You know, his shot's been pretty accurate today, but he has not had his usual share of opportunities.
Here's Foy, lead the ball. And so it looks like Denver will retain possession here. Denver making a switch here. Fareed is checked in. McGee is screen on Lee. Robinson with it. And Curry picks him up defensively. Here's McGee. Gets the 14-footer to fall.
Great job there, recognizing the mismatch and taking advantage.
They got to put a bigger guy on him. Otherwise, he'll bury those jumpers all game.
Thompson, defended by Fournier. And Thompson kicks to Iguodala. Another three for Golden State.
And the threes continue to go down at that end with almost nothing happening from deep at the other.
But the way to turn that around is defensively, by stopping their outside shot, not by getting into a shootout.
Here's Fournier, outside Robinson. Launches a three. That's good.
Good ball movement. He put that pass in the ideal spot, right where it needed to be.
Warriors leading by 14. And Curry, here we go. And that one's good.
You know, the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is major smash mouth basketball, guys.
Love it. Old school. Just physical play in the paint. Dominate.
You know, with Steph Curry, it's never been a question about his talent, guys. It's always been a question about how are his ankles going to do. But really, he only missed significant time in the short season. And for the most part, he's been healthy and highly productive. He's one of the best in the league at that. Even with just a tiny sliver, he always seems to find a way to get it up and in.
Here's Iguodala. Another three for Golden State.
Tell you what, until he cools off, you got to keep going to him.
The Nuggets trailed by 18, and a few ankle tweaks for Curry last season, but with the big brace he wore, he said the pain was mostly from the brace bruising. His ankle than anything else.
Well, it sounds to me like maybe you should take the brace off. Maybe a smaller brace. So he doesn't get the bruising. That would be smart.
Exactly. Warriors leading by 16. Pass to Lee. Chandler with the steal. One-on-one here. Robinson. He's covered by Thompson. Fournier dishes to McGee. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming his way.
I think they've got to keep getting to the ball. When he's going like that, he's in the zone right now. Perfect from the field. You've got to continue to milk the hot hand.
The Nuggets making a switch here. Lawson's checked in. Here's Curry. And that one goes in as he is fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts at the line.
Great move to the hoop, and I love the finger roll finish.
Free throw good by Curry.
Can you believe the job they're doing at the foul line since halftime? I mean, they've been perfect so far.
Yeah, sometimes it's contagious. Everybody starts to get comfortable and relaxed, and everything goes in the hoop.
Iguodala's drive. Good. Iguodala's got 14 points now in the second half.
I like the way they've played here in the first half. Just an intelligent floor game, getting good shots.
The numbers certainly back that up. They're shooting a much better percentage.
Chandler's shot good.
He is setting this place on fire, fellas. His shooting has been off the charts.
Thompson left side. Good, and Curry gets the assist. And the Warriors lead by 18.
Well, that just adds to what's probably an already insurmountable lead. I think they'll be walking out of here with a pretty easy victory.
Steve, I think that's a gift.
Fournier pass to McGee. Soft touch off the glass. McGee's got 9 points now in the quarter.
No misses for him yet in this quarter. Solid as a rock.
It's Thompson off the drive. Gets it to go.
Time to turn out the lights on this game.
I think they deserve a ton of credit for the way they played here today. Truly a professional display.
Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. And Boyd kicks to Miller. He passes to Ford. Back to Miller. That is good. Looking at the last game for the Golden State Warriors, it was a win against the Utah Jazz.
Yeah, it didn't seem to be much of a challenge for them in that game. It seemed like they scored and, well, not much defense that they were facing.
Yep, they had the defense on its heels early the entire game, and actually nearly the entire game, and no matter what unit was out there, looked like a mismatch to me.
Feeds it to Miller. And there's another one for the Nuggets. Golden State's gone 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the fourth quarter. And now running up the court, Miller pushing it up, hit his leg, and it's whistled a kick. There's 49 seconds left to play here in the fourth, and that one's good. Now Douglas. There's the pass to Nedovic. That's in, coming off a nice assist from Douglas.
Boy, they're extending their lead. It kind of feels like they're just piling on here as we come to an end.
Well, hey, let's just call it what it is. They are trying to run it up on them.
Here's Hickson, and again it's Denver.
It was almost like he was surprised to be that wide open, yet he knocked it down.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Here's Douglas, and another basket for Golden State.
Just a little bit more for these fans to cheer about as they get ready to celebrate the win.
Well, they can already start to celebrate, Steve, and they should let their team hear it. They were good.
We've got 13 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Here's Nedovic. So we see the Warriors taking the game here. Sunday's Park, everything goes right for a team, and they just had one of those games.
It certainly was. I mean, these guys played a great all-around basketball game here.
Thank you for joining us for this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. For Clark, Steve Norris, and the rest of the crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time. Last but not least, here is your Jordan Player of the Game, Steph Curry.
What a perfect night in downtown Oakland as the Golden State Warriors defeat the Denver Nuggets by 14, 115 to 101. Stephen Curry got 30 points, 13 assists. Andre Iguodala got 25 points. On the other hand, for the Nuggets, JaVale McGee got 19 points. Wilson Chandler and Ty Lawson got 17. Robinson got 16 points. In a huge night for the Warriors as they take it a dominate win, 14-point margin, and all perfect shots including 3 points and 47 free goals without miss attempts. So that will be wrapped up here on April 10th. So check out the review on April 11th. We got the Wizards, Magic, the Knicks, Raptors, the Pistons, Bulls, Sixers, Grizzlies, Rockets, Timberwolves, Pelicans, Thunder, Blazers, Jazz, Bobcats, Celtics, Hawks, Nets, and our first game we have the Pacers and the Heat. That will be another Eastern Conference rival. In the Eastern Conference Finals rematch will meet for the last time. Cavaliers, Bucks, Suns, Spurs, and Warriors, Lakers. Another huge important for both playoff race on the line. So let's skip in here. We got the Wizards and the Magic, and the Magic win by 6 points, 108 to 102. Let's check out some update here. 20 points for Victor Oladipo. John Wall got 18, 25, 10, and other several double-doubles. Nene 18, 13. Bradley Beal got 15, 10. Knicks and the Raptors, and wow, Raptors still again another 1-point victory. Another 1-point victory. I don't want the Knicks. I want we win for the Knicks because try to keep him instead of the Raptors. And there we go. Knicks win. 23 points for DeMar DeRozan. 2019 by, who's that? Kyle Lowry. Jerry Smith got 45. Felton 34. Anthony got 20. Pistons and the Bulls, no chance for the Pistons trying to clinch the division title as the Bulls will win it. Carlos Boozer got 28 and 9. Luol Deng got 24 and 8. Rose got 22. Marone got 29 and 12. Moving on in Memphis, so we got Grizzlies and the Sixers, and Grizzlies will dominate, win over the Sixers by almost 30-point margin. Tayshaun Prince got 42, Randolph got 20, Richardson got 27. Rockets and Timberwolves, and Rockets win by 1 point, 122 to 121, and enter almost to approach the 60 victories. So check out the view box score. 27 points for both Pekovic and Love. Lynn got 33, Dwight Howard almost got triple-double, and Chandler Parsons got 25. Pelicans and the Thunder, and the Pelicans somehow stunning the Thunder. Wow. Kevin Durant got 30 points, Serge Ibaka got 24, and Holiday got 24. Blazers and the Jazz, and Blazers win. 23 points for Mo Williams, 30 and 12 by LaMarcus Aldridge. 31 points for CJ McCollum. Damian Lillard got 23 and 12. Bobcats and the Celtics, and Celtics win. So Bass got 22, Bradley got 21, Jefferson got 31. So we're gonna save again here. We got the last but not least the Hawks and the Nets win by 1 point, and not over yet, not quite yet. So the Nets trying to check out if they After he had to wait for the Knicks to claim the division. If the Nets win, if they lose, to try to get out. So the Nets will be playing against the Magic. That will be a good one here, trying to get in the division title on the line, looking for the clinch division title. So we'll be approaching one more win to clinch division. So winning by 28 points, Jason Terry got 29, Joan Johnson got 21 and 9, and Lou Williams got 23. And that will be the rest of that. We'll check out the playoff picture. Knicks are not yet in the stay alive with the playoff push. Magic is not yet to clinch yet, so hopefully they have to wait there to see the last push. So Nets, as you can see here, we see the Magic trying to get in to keep their hopes, trying to avoid eliminated for New York. So here's the standings here. Indiana and Miami are in top 5 here, 1 and 5. That would be a good one. Chicago, Detroit, Brooklyn, Indiana, Washington, Atlanta, and Orlando. So that will be get in for playoff push right now. On the other hand, right here we got the Rockets who are now under 60 wins. Thunder, Mavericks, Lakers, Spurs, Clippers, Warriors, and Grizzlies. That will be a good one. So important matchup here. We got the Lakers and the Warriors. That could be a good one here for Pacific Division Showdown. That will be on the playoff field. So no games on TNT. Will be no flex matchup with the Nuggets, Clippers, and the Knicks Nets. That could be the potential Atlantic Division title on the line. And then rest of the games here will be Dallas and Memphis. Will be a first matchup on ESPN Wednesday, and followed by the Lakers and the Spurs. That should be an interesting matchup here in San Antonio, so that should be a good one. Doing safe house now here in downtown Indian. Safe house now. We're going the rest of the games, and now next game we're heading to Miami, Florida, as a White Hot will back up portion. We're not gonna use that tomorrow, and it would be a good one here. We see we matchup featuring the two of the hottest match in the Eastern Conference rivalry. Paul George and George Hill, and along with Danny Granger of the Indiana Pacers, take on LeBron James, Dwayne Wade, and Chris Bosh of the Miami Heat, and followed by the second game here in LA on Pacific rivalry matchup here tonight. This is gonna be Stephen Curry and Klay Thompson of the Golden State Warriors take on Kobe Bryant and Pau Gasol, along with Steve Nash of the Los Angeles Lakers. So that'll do it for now. This is Andre Kenshin as the Warriors dominate the Nuggets by 14, 115 to 101. This is Andre Kenshin. Stay so long from Oracle Arena in Oakland. We'll see you tomorrow for the Indiana Pacers and the Miami Heat, followed by the second game will be at the Staples Center in LA for the Golden State Warriors and the Los Angeles Lakers. It's time to say sign up and peace out. Good night, and reminder, we'll see you tomorrow for the first game here in American Airlines Arena in Miami for the Golden State Warriors and the Los Angeles Lakers, and followed by the second. Actually, wrong. Reminder, we'll see you tomorrow for the first game here in American Airlines Arena in Miami for the Indiana Pacers take on the Miami Heat, and followed by the second game here at the Staples Center in Los Angeles for the Golden State Warriors and the Los Angeles Lakers. Sign up and peace out. Good night, and we'll see you tomorrow once again. Hopefully it will gonna be another error, and that will be rest of the upload soon. So hopefully don't be another bad image soon. So good night, and thanks for coming.